Let's roll. We got the story from Bloomberg.
All right.
Elon Musk donates to Trump, tapping vast fortune to swing the 2024 race. And I'm going to pause before we get into that because we don't know. My understanding is we don't know the full number, but we'll see if they've updated the source material. It may not be a substantial sum, but we'll see. And apparently Bloomberg is not going to let us see.
Well, something interesting this week.
We'll get a better source on that one.
At NatCon, we were discussing something about this. People were scratching their heads as to why the IVF and abortion pillars have been softened in the Republican Party platform. And I suggested that it might be to court these new Silicon Valley tech pro-natalist types like Peter Thiel, like Simona Malcolm-Collins, and like Elon Musk, who are very big on this stuff as a solution to the population crisis. So the Trump campaign... There's this new thing called Anglo-futurism, which is essentially like using technology to be progressively right-wing. I have my misgivings with it. Elon Musk is one of these guys, and so I wonder if certain things were changed in the platform to attract his support.
What we know is that Bloomberg said it was a sizable amount, and that's it. And that Elon Musk didn't want to donate directly to a campaign. Well, why would he? He's going to give, what, $2,300 or something? Yeah. You want to make a real impact, you go super PAC. I can understand why Elon Musk wants to see Trump win now, especially considering Elon has been reading and watching the news to the point where he realizes the media's been lying to everybody. And it's really fascinating if you look at Elon's journey, being on Twitter, enjoying himself, looking at memes, laughing, to the point where he bought the platform. And now he's outright like, these people have been lying. They're evil. And I'll tell you this, I would make let's call it a sizable gentleman's bet, which is, I'm not really saying money, but that Elon Musk knows things about what Twitter was doing behind the scenes that he can't publicly disclose, that would probably make you crap your pants. And so he's behind the scenes. He's looking at national security information with Twitter, and they're saying, you cannot release that. That is, you know, what the deep state does is they issue what's called the National Security Letter. They did this to an email provider that I believe Snowden was using, and I always forget the name of this company. They went to them and said, here's a national security letter. You must give us information on these users and you can't tell anyone. So instead, he said, I'm shutting my company down. Screw you. I'm willing to bet Elon Musk dug a ton of that stuff up. And they said, or I'll put it this way, the reason why they only release certain emails at a time is because of national security restrictions they have on that information.
That makes us, what kind of stuff do you think when you're thinking national security risks, like what kind of data?
No, they're lying. They're outright.
They're just calling it national security
Absolutely.
risks, but it's like names and phone numbers and addresses.
Not even necessarily. Not even necessarily. They might come to him and say, the fact that we run a program where we talk to companies is a national security endeavor you cannot expose.
Yeah, they can define national security extremely broadly to their own benefit, and they actually don't have to justify it to you. I mean, this is what you see a lot of, like, government intervention. It's like subpoena, or you're under investigation, or you have to do this thing, and we never really have to explain to you why. And actually, it's very difficult for you to resist or fight us. I mean, Elon Musk is sort of a different case because he is so wealthy, but for most people and most organizations, you can't battle the federal government indefinitely because they can just spend taxpayers' money until they decide not to, which is...
Yeah, I think it's smart for him to have an ace in the hole of some of the backdoor NSA stuff that they obviously pull with these social media companies. So, you know, he's got multiple reasons for not just dumping that in the Twitter files. So,
you think that him holding the info actually helps?
Yeah, that's what a smart person would do.
It depends.
You hold info.
It depends on the info.
The worst info. Yeah, it depends on the nature, of course.
I mean, and that's always the big challenge. I think, you know, I'd like to see all of it be released immediately and let 4chan go at it and just rip through everything, decentralized network of investigation. But I don't know what's in it. There could be stuff in there that, I don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Right.
Well, Musk has been hammered with, lawsuits and, of course, the Delaware judgment that hopefully, it worked out for him in the end. But, withholding, the golden parachute or the bonus that he got from his shareholders, that was just the tip of the iceberg, I think. And, he's being hammered left and right. He was complaining about it today, the SEC going after him. And, So I think he has got a lot of interest to back Trump, to see a fair bureaucracy that isn't so weaponized and politicized to protect free speech and political dissidents. I don't think he's a hardcore right-wing guy at all. I think, like, deep down, he just wants to see balance, a good business environment, and wants to achieve his dreams in the tech sector. So I think this is just all a calculation. It doesn't make him a MAGA guy at all.